Howdy y'all, welcome back to Coffee with Runner Girl. Today I am drinking a hot vanilla latte. We have an espresso machine here, so I just made it real quick. But it matches my dress. Isn't that so fun? I did do that on purpose, so it's not like a fun coincidence. But anywho, for those of you who are new here, my name is Sienna Palki. I'm Runner Girl. I'm a retired collegiate athlete. I ran both at UCLA and Texas A&M, and now I'm retired. So now I get to do these YouTube videos for y'all. So let's start off real quick. I'm spilling my coffee. With a quick just prayer, really fast. Let me set this down. Lord, I pray that whoever's watching this, that just whatever they're going through right now, you just give them the faith to be strong through it and keep their eyes focused on you. In your name we pray, amen. Okay, so today I wanted to, so last week I kind of talked about briefly how I got into running. So I've kind of run my entire life, just a quick little rehash, but I really started running competitively in middle school. So I joined a track club, and that's kind of how I started getting used to competing, getting used to what being a runner is all about. I played softball my whole life. So running was like a full 180. But got into running when I was in middle school. Today I kind of wanted to continue off of the video from last week and talk about my running career in high school. So let me just take a sip of coffee really quick because this is really good. Okay. Whoa. So, in high school, yes. So I switched from softball. So during middle school, I was playing softball and I was running. Before, I said this in the last video, I think it's really healthy when you're younger, even through high school, to be playing multiple sports. It's hard because it's hard to focus, like put all of your focus into one sport when you have to kind of spread your time and your energy amongst a couple different sports. But I found that playing softball, I think that really helped me not get burnt out as quick, and then it also worked a lot of different muscles, and I think that, well, that definitely helps with injuries as well, prevent injuries because you're working more muscles. So I recommend playing multiple sports as long as you can to, one, help prevent injuries, and two, avoid burnout quicker. I definitely feel like it benefited me. So in high school, so I went into high school, I stopped softball right before going into high school so I could fully focus on running. I feel like that was a good decision, honestly, because I couldn't do both at once because of the seasons. But I went into high school with the full intent of racing in college. So everything I did in high school was all because I was so locked into running in college. Like, I knew I wanted to run in college, that I was going to do it regardless. Wherever I ran, I was going to run in college. So all of my times, just prefacing like my times and everything I did, it's like I had the full intent that like I wanted to get recruited, and I wanted to get recruited quick. I didn't want to string out the process at all. I went into high school, and freshman year was just kind of like a get used to high school type of year, and then sophomore year was like I'm already sending emails to colleges, just a few local ones around me. I'm starting talking to coaches. My athletic resume is done. My first emails are sent out to colleges. So my sophomore year of high school, I was ready. I was locked in. It kind of sucked. It didn't suck, but it's just the recruiting process is just long. It can be long and arduous, but I don't know if starting early was the right decision or not, but I started early. So, sorry, that was a lot of random information, but let's get started really quick. So, my freshman year of high school, I'm just going to kind of go through my time. So, this video is really, okay, obviously, of course I'm saying that like 5 minutes into the video, but if you're a high school athlete, if you're a runner right now, maybe girl runner, and you want to know so I got recruited by UCLA my junior year of high school. In December, so first half of my junior year of high school, I was recruited. I decided to go run at UCLA. These are the times I got that helped me get recruited there. Obviously, everyone's times are not going to be the exact same here, but this is just kind of like a broad idea. I was recruited to run at UCLA. When I was at UCLA, I was injured most of the year, so I didn't really get any times. But then my times from high school in cross country and track both helped me get recruited to Texas A&M after I transferred out of UCLA for my sophomore year of college. So here we go. So cross country season, I have like them written down because I will forget. I don't know them. Cross country season, in California, we ran like mostly the 3 mile. I know like 5K, 3 mile, super similar. But my 3 mile time was like 18:28. So 18:28 was my high school freshman cross country PR for the season. So going into track of my freshman year, I mainly raced the 800, 1600, and 3200. Okay, 3200. It was weird. I did cross country and I was pretty good at cross country. I did the mile. I was pretty good at the mile. That 3200, I just could not pull myself together. So my times for the 32 don't really line up with my other times, but it's all still a part of it. So my 800 meter time my freshman year was 2:21. My 1600 meter time was a 5:03. And then my 3200 meter time was an 11:47. So those were my freshman year times. Sophomore year. So sophomore year, I can go through this quick because this is kind of boring, low key. Sophomore year, my 3 mile time was so I dropped it about a minute. I dropped it from an 18:28 to a 17:27. Then track of my sophomore year, my 800 meter time was a 2:16. My mile time, my mile PR, unfortunately, it still holds to this day. It's okay though. Injuries, man. Injuries will get you. My mile PR to this day is from my sophomore year of high school. It was a 4:54, so I got that sophomore year of high school. And then my 3200 meter, again, 11:28. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so then really quick, my junior 3 mile time, this is my PR for all of high school, was a 17:01. And then from there, so COVID happened, like in my junior track season, got kind of wiped out from COVID. So those were kind of my, like, what I had to work with to get recruited into college. Honestly, I'm super fortunate because typically you peak, you get your fastest times like junior, senior year of high school. That's usually how you want it to go, but COVID wiped out second half of my junior year. So I got super fortunate that I had like run pretty decent times the first half of my high school career, and I used those times to get recruited to colleges. But I was fortunate. A lot of people were not as fortunate because COVID especially in California, it was really tough to get any races in. That my junior and senior year, my times really floundered. But I can just finish this up real quick. Like, I did run the mile my junior year. It was a 5:08. My 32 was an 11:34. My 800 was a 2:20. Sorry, kind of went out of order there. And my senior year, we did have track my senior year. My times were like, my mile time was not, so the mile was kind of my race for all of high school. My mile time was not there my senior year of high school. So I ended up kind of dropping the mile in like league championships and whatnot to focus on the 800 because I found that it was a lot easier for me to run that 800. So my 800, I did PR my senior year of high school. I got a 2:14. My mile kind of stagnated at a 5:10. I couldn't get below that mark. And then there was no cross country either my senior year, blah, blah. Anyways, so those were my times. Obviously, it's not like perfect because there's COVID smack dab in the middle of my high school career. But if you just heard all of that and you're like, damn, like, I am nowhere near that. Like, I'm a junior or I'm a senior in high school and I haven't even reached out to college coaches. Like, you said you just said you reached out your sophomore year and you ran all these fast times. My times are nowhere near that. Like, what am I gonna do? I don't even know where I want to go to college, but I want to run in college. Okay, if you're thinking all of that right now, do not worry. I was way too ahead of everything. Like, I think reaching out your sophomore year might have been a little overkill, because at that point, I didn't even know what I wanted to do with my life. Like, I wasn't even halfway through high school and I'm reaching out to colleges and all the colleges I reached out to, I ended up like not even like wanting to go to those colleges, just because that's not where I wanted, like, that's not like the path in life that I wanted to take. So you're fine. You're fine. I have a video that I've already made on a pre-recruitment checklist. So before you start like sending emails to colleges, and so if you want to run in college and you don't know where to start, you want to go back. It's somewhere in the YouTube, I don't know. But it's my pre-recruitment checklist video. There should be a part 1 and a part 2. Maybe just a part 1. I don't remember. But it goes through 4 different things that I recommend you do before you start sending emails to colleges and before you start the whole recruitment process. There are 4 simple things. It'll take you like literally, some of them will take, one of them will take you a long time, but it's quick. It should take you like 30 minutes to do these 4 things. And that kind of just gives you a good idea of where to start in the recruitment process if you don't know yet. Another thing that I wanted to touch on that's like going to be the most important, and then I'll finish up this video, is no matter where you start your freshman year, whatever times you get, and then wherever you're at in your athletic ability running wise, the main thing that college coaches look for is that you're improving a little bit every year. So even though like maybe your freshman and your sophomore times aren't very good, like aren't where you want them to be right now, all that matters is that you just improve a little bit from your freshman year to your senior year. You just want to be improving, even if you just shave off a few seconds every year. That just shows college coaches that, one, you're not burnt out, because runners who will do super good their freshman and sophomore year, like they PR then, and then they don't have good times their junior and senior year, when college coaches see that, because they like to look at all of your times, they're not just going to look at your PRs. When they see that, they think, oh, like, this runner might be burnt out. So if they're burnt out, you don't want to bring them onto your team, because then they're not going to perform. What college coaches are looking for is that you improve your times a little bit every year of high school. So if your times aren't where you want them to be, or your times are like elsewhere, or you're stressing out about not being fast enough, that's okay. It's okay. You're okay where you are. I would just focus on trying to shave off just a few seconds every season. That's all you've got to do, right? Because that is already a green flag for college coaches. That's already something that will put you ahead of other people who might have a better PR than you, but if they got that PR their freshman year of high school and they're now a senior, no way. There's no way. So that's important. But that's about it. Sorry, that was kind of boring. I literally just talked about my own PRs the whole time. But yeah, I think that's all. Leave questions below. Have a good rest of your day. Gig 'em.